welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles, and it comes your way next.
With the eyes of the world watching, it's time for the biggest event of the year, as we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. Tonight, with a hallowed Lombardi trophy in the building, it's a battle to raise it at midfield between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. Hi there, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. You picked a fun one to tune into. I'm Kate Scott, joined by former NFL quarterback Brock Huard. And we've got two quarterbacks here, Brock, who are known for playing a very exciting brand of football. Not just throwing the rock, but taking it themselves, too.
Yep, these are two of the guys who really epitomize the direction that this position's going in the modern NFL.
Yep.
Pocket passers, they'll have their place. They always will. But a lot of teams look to somebody like this as a default. A great passer, but someone who can also mix in plenty of rushing yards and keep that defense honest.
Starting from the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him. And he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. They connect on the deep shot. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Running back sent in motion left. From the pistol, Hurts has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
2nd and 3 now. From the 29. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Hurts throwing again. Barkley's got it. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. That pass complete to Goddard. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They motion the tight end over. They're going to run with Barkley. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. 6 yards from there. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Barkley goes up and over for the touchdown. The Eagles finish up an excellent opening series. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
It's all set for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. And look at this return. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. So here come the Chiefs, taking the field for their first drive of the game. Leading them out, someone who, Brock, I think needs less introduction than anyone in the NFL today. It's Patrick Mahomes.
All of us as sports fans, we know those players in the other sports that when we just think of the greatest to ever do it, a skill set that's different than everybody else, immediately a player pops in your mind. And while we have seen GOATs like Tom Brady and Super Bowl winners many times over like Bradshaw, Montana, and Aikman, there's just not many that have ever done it with the flair, the style, and the skill set of Patrick Mahomes.
They'll motion him out of the backfield left. That one finds Xavier Worthy. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Big Jordan Davis getting there for the tackle. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
2nd and 10 now. That one complete to Hopkins. He's got a gain of 6 there. Zach Vaughn with the tackle.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Third and short. Here's Mahomes. Able to find Smith-Schuster here. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Offense sure is marching to begin this game. Here's a first down from the 30. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. That's caught by Hollywood Brown. And he's stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Again, Mahomes to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So now they have 3rd and short. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. That's good for 7 yards. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Back to the air, Mahomes. The throw is caught. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing again, Mahomes. And he makes the catch on the sideline. Oh, but they call it out of bounds. This close to 6.
Gosh, I love how the receiver creates space for...
Well, I think we can all see this one, partner. Some considerable frustration beneath Coach Reed's mustache, and he throws the flag. Oh, this one is really close, Brock. Did he establish possession and then get both feet down?
Yeah, maintaining possession while being a ballerina, not always easy. A lot to look at here, but I know he thinks he's got a touchdown.
So a very early challenge, but a good one. Calls overturns, and that's going to unlock a 3rd challenge for them if it gets to that point later in this game. Extra point by Butker is up and good. And the Chiefs respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Reed now to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Hauled in left side. And he's out of bounds. Just a step short of the 40. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On first down, Hurts able to find Dotson here. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 43. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Hurts now from the gun. Forced out to... Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting, right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They go play action. It's Mahomes. He's got him. That's Pacheco. And he's brought down for a loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. He was looking DeAndre Hopkins' way there. So that brings up 4th and long.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And that fair catch brought in just beyond the 30-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Eagles will take possession. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's got Devontae Smith. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Option play, they give it to Barkley. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. from the 47. Goddard makes the catch. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the pistol, Hurts. This one finds Goddard. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That pass caught by Dotson. And he gets him around 6 there. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Receiver in motion, going left. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone. Mixing in receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
Chiefs in a nickel set for this 3rd down call. Hurts looking to throw. Cut near the goal line. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Barkley. And they needed more than one defender there. Powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. They bring their tight end left. They'll try again with Barkley. Goes up and over for the touchdown. The Eagles break the tie here in the 1st. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Took a couple of runs into that wall before they finally punched it across for the score.
Well, that defensive front, you know they were dialed up to make a stand, but it was going to be a challenge to make another 2 stops even after that one. That crack formed in the wall, and it burst through for a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles take the lead here, 14-7 in the 1st. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. And Brock, they are not in the spot they want to be, but still plenty of game left. You don't want to let the setting cause an early overreaction and panic.
Yeah, you just can't overtry. And every bit of you wants to, every fiber of your being in this building right now, you want to perform, but you just can't overdo it. Get back in the rhythm and play your game.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. He's got his man, that's Travis Kelce. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Throwing is Mahomes. And down he goes. The Eagles got him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Matt Ariza on to punt. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Begins his return at the 16. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That one scored as a massive 67-yard effort. And it's going to be their football coming up. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. He's got Brown on the slant. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. On the play fake, it's Hurts. That pass complete to Goddard. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
That's the end of one here in Super Bowl 59. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to New Orleans right after this. Welcome back. The team is set, so let's get back to it. Second quarter of Super Bowl 59 from New Orleans. They start out 2nd and 10. Now here he goes. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, a run with Barkley. This is ahead for about 5. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Here's 2nd and 5. Taken in by Smith. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. A gain of 5, Brock, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. They go to Barkley again. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. This time it's a passing play. That's into the hands of Barkley. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Hurts now on 3rd and goal. And he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a 13-point lead. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Kickoff taken at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Kansas City offense back out there and set to go. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. It gives to Pacheco to start the drive. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Milton Williams making the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Second down run by Pacheco. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Play action, Mahomes. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And they'll get ready to go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete. That was Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. So that brings up 2nd down.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as it begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
A play fake, now Hurts to throw. As the open man downfield. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Oh, they're looking option, headed left side. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Justin Reed with the tackle. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Nice little welcoming party waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. No surprises that time. This defense was ready.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Something he does so well. Nick Bolton making the stop. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
The Eagles are in punt formation. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And this one's away and looking good. Nice angle on this one, headed towards the sideline. And this looks like it got just inside the 20 as it flew out, and indeed it did. They're putting the ball at the 19-yard line. Offense heading out now for the Chiefs. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get two hands on it the next time.
Mahomes trying to get here on 2nd and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Kansas City sends out its punt team. Cooper to Jean to return this for the Eagles. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it'll be their football. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Jahan Dotson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Extra man in the secondary now for the Chiefs on 3rd down. Trying to get it with the option. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain on the run, so now they face 4th down.
Man, it is tough to fool this defense with how they just react to these plays, Kate. They held that line, the QB keeper, it gets 0.
Braden Mann on the punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the Chiefs will be backed up a good bit to begin the drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Kansas City.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on a broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. It's complete to Hopkins. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the gun, P-Ryan. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
From the 46. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Intended target there was Xavier Worthy. So that brings them to 3rd down.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
3rd down, it's Mahomes. Dumps it off to his running back. And this one doesn't go far.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Hurts. Has it downfield, working the left. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So what began at their own 20, Brock, all of a sudden is inside the other 20. It's 1st and 10. Barkley trying this up the gut. And they bring him down pretty quickly at the 10. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Short side option here. He's running left. And he doesn't get the lane he wants or needs. He's going to be taken down at the line. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Has it down close. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The Chiefs offense out to take over. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They've got first down from the 31. Now a give left side to Pacheco. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Zach Bond with the tackle. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Back to throw, Mahomes. Finds his man, it's Worthy. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That was Reed Blankenship making the stop.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
3rd and just 2 to go. Off play action, it's Mahomes. Complete beyond the marker. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Another throw for Mahomes. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Cooper to Jean in to pick it off. And the Eagles take over after forcing the first turnover of this ball game. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
The Eagles and receiver Devontae Smith returning to the field. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down. We are at the 2-minute warning. The Eagles with a long ways to go for a score. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Back to throw, Hurts. He's on the move, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
This defense needed that, Kate. Just something good to happen. Creating a negative play. You never know when this thing could turn in the NFL, and that sack is exactly what the doctor ordered.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. Able to get it to Barkley. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Able to find Dotson here. And he'll take it past the midfield stripe and start the push into Chiefs territory.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Braden Mann out once more for another punt. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. No return on this one. It's going to make it out of bounds and across the 25, spotted at the 24. The Chiefs getting out there on offense one last time in this opening half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And he found some running room for a nice gain. The Chiefs signal for a timeout. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Here's Mahomes. Completes this one to Gray. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. First down, ball at the 36. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll get this one to Brown. And he'll get it up to the 44. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. He'll throw it. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
One last play before the break. A final throw before the break. Throwing for the end zone. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection. So we have reached halftime in Super Bowl 59 from New Orleans. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. And what a season this has been, and it is nearing a conclusion. You guys enjoy the show out there. We'll get it back out to you, too, in just a moment. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. It's all set for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Chiefs are headed out, and we'll see Isaiah Pacheco. And that first half, they just couldn't keep up the pace, but they're going to be the ones setting the pace here to begin this third quarter. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes. Finds him over the middle. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Josh Sweat making the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Run from Pacheco to start the half. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. And he has it near the sideline and near the marker. But they're going to say he's out of bounds. Nearly a big play on 3rd, but now 4th down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in, but out of bounds.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he'll bring in this fair catch at the 13. No return on that punt. And the Eagles will be backed up a good bit to begin the drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Hurts looking to throw. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. LeBron, this substantial deficit sure hasn't toned the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
And it's a shorter punt. He manages to get it just beyond the 40 before it goes out. Great field position for them. The Chiefs offense set to take over again. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun handoff to Piron. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Off the play fake, it's Mahomes. Has a man, it's Brown. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
They send the tight end in motion. First down throw, Mahomes. He won't be able to make the catch. It's incomplete.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. He brings it in. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
3rd and 2, Mahomes to throw. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
Butker with the extra point. And the Chiefs get it back to a 14-point game. Reed now to kick this one away. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Jaden Hicks there on the tackle. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Here's another carry for Barkley. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
First down, and they go right back to him. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
They've got a man in motion. From the 45 on 2nd down. That pass complete to Goddard. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 28 out of that play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
They kick the running back in motion. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Escapes the pocket. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs. But not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying again following the sack. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Running back sent in motion. On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Option play. They give it to Barkley. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. He gets him 9 on the ground. A good pickup ahead of 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Now pitch it to Barkley. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You know what I love about that play call? It was simple. Nobody overthinking on the sideline or out on the field, just an offense going to work and moving those chains.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Here's an up. Fighting for the goal line. Oh, he lost it. Someone punched it out. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Ooh, let's give him a second there. Give him a sec. I'm going to imagine his heart's probably going, what, 150, 160 beats per minute right now, Brock, after nearly losing that fumble.
Yep, and it wasn't just a ball he dropped there. It was at least 3 points, too. But fortunately, that ball stays with him in the red zone. And now I'm really curious. It's one of those moments, Kate, where they put the ball back in his hands, trust him again to hold on to it, and maybe go get that touchdown you know he so badly wants. This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a 3rd run after back-to-back negative losses.
Hurts now on 3rd and goal. He's on the move. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles stretch their lead to a 3-score advantage. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. His 3rd total score this game. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down. Didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Another drive coming up for this offense. They just witnessed maybe the most impressive drive we've seen all game, Brock, and now they get a chance to answer with one of their own. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Pacheco hauls it in. He's contained at the line for no gain. Milton Williams making the stop.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Blitz coming. Mahomes. That pass is complete to Kelsey. We'll have him gain about a handful there. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
And the Birds bring out the nickel look. 3rd down coming up. To the air, Mahomes. Setting up the screen. And he's tackled for a short gain.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
The Chiefs bringing out their punt team. Kick is away, and this one might bring rain. Wow, what a kick. That's taken at the 15. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. That's going to be a highlight there, a 68-yard punt. And they're going to be backed up deep in their own territory to begin this one. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Barkley. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Takes off right out of the read option. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Hurts now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
The Eagles are in punt formation. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. So no return on that punt. And the Chiefs will get set to go on offense. Their offense ready to take the field now. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Pistol now for Mahomes. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Mahomes on 1st and 10. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Travis Kelce, the intended target. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
That one's cut along the left sideline. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
To the line we go. They're set 1st and 10. Throwing again, Mahomes. He's got it near the 10. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
From the red zone now. Catch is made in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, Mahomes to throw. Flush down now to his left. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Mahomes. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that brings up 4th and goal. Talk about coming up clutch with that contact on 3rd and goal, partner. And now a decision for this offense to make on 4th down.
We know how hard it can be defensively in these goal-to-go situations. We know that you have got to be on point, every attention to detail. That's a job well done by that defense.
A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. So now then, after the penalty, this is 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And they will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs shrinking the lead some in the third. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Butker to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Chiefs get it back to a 14-point game. Reed now to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Eagles about set to go on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Drive starts with a quick throw left, complete. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Drew Tranquil brings him to the ground. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Here's Saquon. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a third of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up. So we're winding down to the end of the 2024 season. That's the end of 3 in Super Bowl 59. The Eagles have the lead here and are looking at a potential 2nd title. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. From the pistol, Hurts. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. Looking for the back that time. So they're left with 4th down here.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Here comes their offense out again. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And the 1st down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete. Trying to force one through there. And now they face 2nd down.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Brought in by Juju. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Now it's Mahomes. Has a man, it's Brown. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I don't care how good a secondary you are, how loaded you are with talent. When you've got time to allow a receiver to work from one side of the field all the way to the other versus zone coverage, well, you're going to make a defense pay.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Another throw for Mahomes. He gets this one to Smith-Schuster. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Back to the air, Mahomes. Completed over the middle. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
I know the combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
A counter give here to Pacheco. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Finds his man Gray. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Pacheco gets it from the gun. And the hit stuffs him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
3rd and short, here's Mahomes. And he's gonna score, touchdown Kansas City. The Chiefs now within 1 score in the 4th. Travis Kelce the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Butker to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Chiefs chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to one score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. 3 yards on the 1st down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Slot man in motion left. Here's 2nd and 7. That's into the hands of Barkley. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. They'll motion him out of the backfield. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Hits him on the out route. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Running right, it's Barkley. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That pass caught by Dotson. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's complete, here's Brown. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down throwing for Hurts. Escapes the pocket. He's running with it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he's able to get this down to the 13. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run. It may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain. That sets up 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. option play headed left. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a gain of 7, and that brings up 2nd and goal.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Oh, here's another option. This one going right. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Well, hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. They're going to try to run it in. Barkley. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Eagles go up by 2 scores. 13 points in the 4th. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
And how about the other side? Beating a defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles double their lead to 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. Good looking return here, and he's got room. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Mahomes on 1st and 10. On target to Worthy. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
So critical, Kate, on those receiver screens to get that ball out with great precision. You don't want that receiver thinking about anything but navigating the blocks in front of him. That's well done by everybody.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Here's 2nd and 2. Excellent protection so far. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that leaves him with 3rd and short.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throwing again, Mahomes. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Again, Mahomes to throw. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
Sending the tight end in motion left. 1st and 10, it's Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He's got it near the 10. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. It's a real solid pickup, 12 yards, and it rewards him with a 1st and goal.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
First down from the red zone. And he has the catch, gets both feet in, that's a touchdown! The Chiefs now within 1 score in the 4th. DeAndre Hopkins, the touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Butker to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chiefs chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. His return starts at the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Eagles and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And they have leaned on him to get this offense to the end zone in the game, and he's delivered. He's hit pay dirt 3 times. Part of a really nice game for him so far, Brock. Been returning good value on the looks that he's been getting. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Running is Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. And they'll let the clock run all the way down and expire. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. running it after the penalty. And he found some running room for a nice gain. That's 7 yards on the run. Still 6 to go on third.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
He's back to throw. Brought in right side. And he reaches the 35 before going out.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
They bring on the punt team, and they get this kick away. Fields this at the 19. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Chiefs and Hollywood Brown back to the field once again. That punt gets up to 59 yards. Man, it'll be their football. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Throwing on first down, Mahomes. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain. Second down now, 7 to go. Here he is to throw. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
Here he is to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. All set up now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he goes down a little short of the 40. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Setting up to pass. Has a man, it's Brown. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. He'll look to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. Timeout taken by Kansas City. It's second. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. They'll come up 1st and 10. Another throw for Mahomes. Short pass brought in. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Well, partner, maybe not the record that most people think of when it comes to quarterbacks, but it's certainly an impressive accolade for him. The most completions in a single game.
Yeah, it feels like this was communicated beforehand, right into play. And listen, we're running everything through you. You're carrying us. And to his credit, this quarterback brought his A game, some of the best throws of his career.
And he'll be taken down at the last possible moments. He's at the 1. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Back to the air, Mahomes. And they pull it off, a touchdown catch in the final moments, and now overtime or a win right here are on the table. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Now they're on for the most important extra point of their entire season. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Now they're on for the most important extra point of their entire season. And he hits that point after, so we're all set up for a heck of a finish here. We're tied in the final frame of the Super Bowl. Reed now to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. They kick the running back in motion. First and 10. Here's Hurts. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 39. Able to find Dotson here. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the first. Hurts to throw. He lobs it deep middle. Into a crowd, and a defender comes up with it. Taken away by the rookie from USC. And the Chiefs are stuck on the return, so a turnover on the final play of regulation, and this game is not over yet. So overtime in the playoffs, Brock, things work a little bit different, and we know that some folks have been confused by this. So both teams guaranteed one possession regardless of who wins the coin toss here. And if after those 2 drives we're still tied, then an entire season comes down to who can score first. Well, I think it's safe to say we're all still reeling from that touchdown to even force overtime. And now here we go to decide a champion. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion right. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Every offense in the league today, they want a couple of guys on the roster capable of doing this. Players who can line up a receiver, running back, and make plays from both spots. It's where the NFL's been heading for years, and what a great example on that play.
They send a tight end in motion. First down throw, Mahomes. Finds his man, Gray. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be first down, Kansas City.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. To the left and reeled in by Hopkins. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Throwing again, Mahomes. Finds his man, it's Worthy. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Motioning the tight end now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Pacheco. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
There wasn't a lot there for him, but he did what he needed to do. Go get that first down. Picked up the short gain, didn't risk a big loss. Looking for a bigger lane elsewhere.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Hauled in by Worthy. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
It's got to be one of the shortest completions I've ever seen on a curl and go. That route's like a fine wine, Kate. It gets better the longer it matures. But that court came out a little early that time, and it was only a small gain.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. He brings it in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, they got him down before he could do any more damage in terms of yards. That's no easy job, mind you, tackling a big tight end. But the main damage had already been done. He kept this drive going by getting beyond the line of gain.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run Pacheco. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Pacheco. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Chiefs parlay the interception into points. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. Butker to try the point after. The extra point is good, and that's a big one. Now their defense just has to defend a 7-point lead here in overtime. Well, the gauntlet has been thrown down, partner. Now it's a touchdown or this Super Bowl is over as the kick is away. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now he gets a shot here in overtime. He'll get this one to Brown. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That pass complete to Goddard. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
New set of downs for him from the 46. On 1st down, Hurts. Flushed out of the pocket. Now he takes it.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Second and 3 now. Hurts now from the gun. It's Dotson on the catch. And they bring him down around the 34. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Caught, nice gain left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Big play sets him up pretty here with 1st and goal from the 5. Motion man left is Brown. Working inside the red zone. And he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here, running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in, finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast, trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Eagles bring it back to even. What an overtime this has been, Brock, and now the next score wins the Lombardi as we're back underway. He fields it from the 8. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The offense headed back to the field. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. All right, the Chiefs in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
2nd and 10 now. This one finds Kelsey. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You trade a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. To the air, Mahomes. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
Kansas City sends out its punt team. And in overtime, this has to be struck well. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And he put just a little too much on this one as it hits in the end zone for a touchback. The offense getting set to go. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He's on the move. Oh, look at this, here he goes. Oh, he loses the football. And no turnover, it's going to stay with the offense. 16 yards on the play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
In the middle holds, they don't get anything on the run. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Here's another carry for Barkley. Escapes a defender. And he gets his offense forward to the 44-yard line. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
So out now comes the punter. And this needs to be a good one. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That goes as a punt of 43 yards. And they're going to take over possession. The Kansas City offense set to take the field. They've got first down from the 31. A give to Pacheco to start the drive. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Motioning one of the tight ends. From the 33 on 2nd down. Completes this one to Gray. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Eagles with an extra man in the secondary for this 3rd down. Running out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. They're out now, ready to punt it. And in overtime, he needs to make this a good one. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. Their offense returning to the field for another possession. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. But you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Look at this, another option play to the left. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
They're set up at the 35 now. First down throwing for Hurts. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Well, that's a game that has its roots in preparation during the week. That's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday kind of stuff. Identifying ways to target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Throwing here, Hurts. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Handoff headed right, Barkley. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. They go to Barkley again. It's a great extra effort to keep that run going for a nice gain. 7 yards on the run. That's going to make this 4th down call a whole lot more interesting.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Jake Elliott. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. The kick is good. He got it. And they've taken back the lead.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
And the birthplace of America sure is going to be rocking again tonight. The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. And I think it's still sinking in at different points for each player, Brock. Look at these shots. These guys have reached the crowning achievement for anyone who stepped